Good afternoon, everybody. It is Mike from Millennium Martial Arts, episode 188 of Time Out Tuesday. And I am definitely going to go over something today that I've gone over before, but it definitely bears repeating. I don't think I've mentioned this probably for 100 or more episodes of Time Out Tuesday. It's a self-defense tip, but it's not a self-defense tip about punching and kicking and blocking or anything like that. It has nothing to do with injuring somebody. What it really has to do, in my opinion, it's one of the greatest self-defense tips I can pass along. I think it's one of the greatest self-defense tips I got from somebody at any point in time. And basically it is try to let things roll off your back. Try not to necessarily exercise your freedom of speech every single time you have an opportunity to do it. And what I mean by that, and I'm not getting political here in any way, shape, or form, I am literally saying to you that there are going to be times when someone's going to do something in front of you. It's going to be inconsistent with the way you think. It's going to be inconsistent with the way you think people should behave. There's going to be a million different reasons why you're going to think it's a great idea to address the issue and let them know how you feel. Here's my suggestion. Take a couple of breaths before you do it. Don't let your response be a knee-jerk response. Really give some consideration to whether or not the action that you're about to take to try to correct or admonish or do whatever it is that you're about to do to somebody else based on something that they said or their behavior is really going to have a lasting impact on them, whether it's going to have a lasting impact on you, whether it's going to have a lasting impact on the world. And if it's not, take a step back, take a deep breath, and try to avoid the confrontation. The reason why I suggest this is not because I'm in favor of what the other person is doing, because I have no idea what the other person's doing. I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm talking about a generalization. I'm talking about a general behavior that I'm suggesting. What we don't know is what triggered this person's behavior. We don't know what else has been going on in their day. We don't know whether they've been having an awful day. We don't know whether the thing that they just did, they even did accidentally. They don't know if your response is going to be taken as being excessively aggressive or frightening to them, or their response may be exacerbated, and the next thing you know, you might be in a physical confrontation, all because you didn't take the time to just take a deep breath. And so my general recommendation from my wife Terry, she always says, be like a duck, let the water roll off your back. So I'm suggesting that because, especially now, we're living in some times when there's a lot of conflicting opinions on some very hot topics, and I just want to try to encourage people that are watching this and people that I know to do everything they can to de-escalate things and try to avoid conflict. It doesn't matter how much self-defense training you have. In fact, I would argue that the more self-defense training you have, the more likely you are to try to avoid conflict at all costs. And that's what I'm suggesting to everybody is be a duck, let it roll off. That's it for the day. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic day as summer's coming to a close. We're getting ready for back to school. And I do hope that we're going to have a fantastic year ahead of us. And I wish peace to everybody.